we were younger, we'd all watch Barney and stuff like that.
I remember this one episode where they made this this big old birthday cake.
Yeah.
And they went through all the steps of making the cake and like just lathered on the icing real good. It was like pink icing.
Uh-huh.
And I remember just like wanting to eat that cake every time I watched that episode.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Inside the Lines. Sitting down with me this week is Jeremiah Lloyd Harmon, aka J. Lloyd Harmon. Thank you for being on the show, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course. So, we'll dive right in and we're gonna pick our canvas for this week. So, if you see one that jumps out at you, we'll just stop there and we'll start coloring.
Alright, this is dinosaur theme.
Yeah, this is Trouble with T-Rex.
Oh, shoot.
Is the theme of this one. So we got a lot of T-Rex humor.
You got a T-Rex making some spaghetti.
Yeah, he's having some spaghetti fun.
I'm feeling this one.
This one?
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna go with that one then. Sweet. So, to get things started, tell me a little bit about your musical journey up to this point.
My musical journey up to this point.
Yes.
Well,
I know, big question starting.
Where do I begin?
I know, that's a big one.
Well, it all started when I was just a wee lad in Louisiana, singing in the church.
Yeah?
Yep. And I sang all the way through my school days, up through high school. Really didn't start writing music till I guess junior year of high school. I was actually really big into basketball before I started writing music.
Okay, cool.
But I completely destroyed my knee.
Oh, man. Was it just during a game or?
Yeah, it was during a game. I tore my ACL.
Oof.
Was out for a year. So I spent a lot of time just chilling out, coloring with crayons, watching a bunch of Lost.
Okay. That's a way to do it.
Didn't really pick up the guitar until then. So
it
started writing music around that same time.
Yeah, so it sort of led into that.
Yeah, which is about 10 years ago. So went to school for music at this big Christian school in Virginia called Liberty University. Dropped out 3 times. Transferred to another school here in Baltimore called Towson University.
I went there as well.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, film.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's a good school.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I just graduated in December.
I saw that. Congrats, man.
Thank you. But just trying to do my own thing outside of school the whole time, and recorded my first EP in 2017 when I was still living in Virginia. And just kind of kept plugging away at it, trying to get gigs every now and then, and did this crazy thing called American Idol last year, which kind of put one of my songs more out there than anything else that I had done previously. And I mean that was kind of a big momentum wave for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say you've gotten quite a nice following on the Instagrams.
Yeah.
And such.
Yeah. I was able to record my album and do this Kickstarter campaign after I left the show, and it was successful, and album's coming out soon, and
nice.
Yeah, I'm actually recording another one next month.
Wow.
So
staying busy.
Yeah, trying to, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How was that experience? The whole American Idol wave experience.
It was cool. It was very different than anything I'd ever done before. I learned a lot about how to deal with different kinds of pressure like I'm not really I wasn't really used to being in front of the camera like that.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was interesting to see how a reality television show operates from the inside out.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure it was kind of chaotic at times.
It was. It was. But you know, I met cool people, and I feel like I grew musically as a result of doing that. Put myself out there on that level, you know. So.
No, that's awesome. I mean, that's quite the experience, and you know, I'm sure like the schedule while doing it, I'm sure you really didn't get much time to like chill or have much downtime doing all that.
There were times that were like way busier than other times.
Okay.
You know, we did get like some downtime depending on like what time of the week it was. You know, but show days were usually on Sunday, and everything leading up to that just got busier and busier and busier. So,
I'm sure.
Yeah, it was, you know, it was crazy. Not just like the music, television part, just like working with the wardrobe team, doing makeup stuff, like
just all the little details.
Yeah, just like show business, full on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
But no, that's really cool, man. Yeah. So when it comes to like writing your own music, where did inspiration sort of come from for that?
Well, usually it's kind of just me sitting at the piano or the guitar and just jamming out and seeing what happens, you know. And you know, maybe I'll come up with like a cool chord progression that I like and a melody, and then usually the lyrics come at like last.
Okay.
So, but usually it's kind of, it ends up being something that like I've been thinking about and maybe haven't paid a lot of attention to up until writing about it, you know. And sometimes I don't even know what the song is about until it's like almost over. I just kind of try to, you know, be open-minded to where the music's going. And but a lot of the songs on the album that I just recorded have to do with like family relationships and feeling like I'm at home at one place or another. You know, I moved a lot growing up, so there are references to different locations that I've been throughout my life, and you know what that implies as far as like what home feels like or looks like for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because you mentioned Louisiana, Virginia, and now here. Is there any other places you've...
Yeah, I lived in Memphis, Tennessee.
Wow.
Pretty much all the way through high school. I lived in Arkansas for a few years, Missouri, New York, Texas.
So you've been all over.
Yeah. Mostly, I kind of grew up in the Mid-South, actually. But my dad's side of the family's from Baltimore, so I kind of visited here a bunch and lived here in like second grade and then again in middle school. And
yeah, was there anything in particular that just drew you into Baltimore?
You know, I liked Baltimore more than Memphis. No offense to anybody that lives in Memphis, but I love Memphis too. But to me, Baltimore is just more of a cultural hodgepodge of influences. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's not as segregated as Memphis is. And overall, there's more diversity, and you know, you kind of meet different kinds of people in a place like Baltimore than you would in Memphis.
Yeah, we're sort of like a melting pot.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. It just kind of always felt at home in Baltimore.
Yeah, so that was what I was going to ask next. So this is kind of what has always felt the most like homely over the years.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. And I don't know exactly what it is, but I just kind of feel like I gravitate towards Baltimore. Always come back here, you know.
No, that's awesome.
Put your features in that real light. Can nobody ever see your real life?
If you had like one place that you could perform at, or like a dream, like what's a dream spot for you to like play at or perform at?
Royal Albert Hall in London. I'd love to play at the Red Rocks Theater in Colorado. It just seems like a pretty venue.
Yeah. I've seen pictures. I've never actually been there, but I've seen pictures.
Yeah, me neither. Those, I don't know, those kind of always seemed like pretty iconic, you know,
Like cool
venues
spots.
to me. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get you.
Yeah.
So what I noticed about listening to your songs and stuff like that on the socials and such, what I really like about it is the way you perform and the way you sing. It's very soulful, and it's got this. It makes you feel like when you're performing to like whoever's watching it. Like when I watch it, I'm like, it feels like you're almost performing just to like me as a person. And that's what I really think. A lot of music that's performed, especially live, like it can get lost in the myriad of like when you're just a person watching, you just feel like, okay, he's just performing.
Right.
But what I like about what you're doing is like it has this energy and a heart to it. It sort of reminds me of like, I want to say like a Hozier type, like from the limited knowledge of like, because I don't listen to a whole ton of more like, you know, I'm more of on the electronic side of things usually. That's where like my background comes from with music. But that's sort of what it reminds me of. It just has this very personable style to it. Does that come from just performing so much over the years, or just from that choir type background? Like, where do you think that sort of just like comes out from, you feel? Or is it just natural?
Well, I think I was always encouraged to just sing with my heart, you know, on my sleeve. And, you know, growing up in a church environment, that I was sort of discouraged to perform or to put on for people, because that wasn't your ministry to perform. Your ministry was to like give to other people.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So I think I always approached singing from that stance, and I think that's carried over into what I do now. You know, I don't. I mean, I did get a performance degree.
Yeah.
But I think performance, learning how like to perform can get in the way of just like doing what you're supposed to do on stage. So I don't know, it's interesting to me to, you know, get up there, and sometimes I don't really know like what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
So I think I just try to stay open-minded and just be present with the room and with the people there, and you know, just give what I have, you know.
Yeah. So if people are trying to find you out there in the world of the socials, how can people do that?
Well, they can find me just about anywhere if you use J. Lloyd Harmon as the handle. And I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I'm not on TikTok. I just found out about TikTok, which, to my understanding, is sort of like what Vine used to be.
Yes, sort of.
Which I never was really into Vine, so...
I did like one or two Vines back in the day, but yeah, I haven't gotten into TikTok either. So as we sort of wrap up with things on our canvas here, is there any other thoughts or things you want to share with the peeps out there?
Well, I got a few shows coming up. Look at that. We should have done more black.
Yeah, man.
It makes everything else pop.
It does. Dang, I gotta keep that in mind.
Okay, now I'm gonna plug myself, right?
Yeah,
okay.
go for it.
I got a show.
yourself
I got a
anytime.
few shows coming up.
Uh-huh.
Next month, February 17th, I'm playing in New York City at this venue called The Secret Room. And on
That's
the 18th, yeah, that's a cool gig because the guy who's helping me organize that, I met him last summer when I played on his roof.
What? That's so cool.
We connected on Instagram.
Okay.
And I went up to New York for a gig that was scheduled. It was like some ABC Pride event thing, and it got canceled.
Oh shit.
And I reached out to people on social media, and this guy hit me up. He's like, "Hey, I'm having a rooftop party. You should come play on my roof."
That's awesome.
So that's how I met this guy. He's helping me book a show at the Secret Room.
Okay.
In New York. Then on February 18th, I'm playing an event for this LGBTQ Christian group called
cool.
Grafted. So yeah, that's both of those events are out on social media. You can find them just through my Instagram.
Yeah.
And got a show in March at the Ridgefield Playhouse up in Ridgefield, Connecticut, which is exciting.
Nice.
That's a cool venue. Some of my heroes have played there, like
That's
Todd
awesome.
Rundgren, Rufus Wainwright,
Mm-hmm.
Art Garfunkel.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you are you flying up there, or are you gonna road trip it up there?
I'm road tripping it.
Nice. That's the way to do it, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that area too. So it'll be a nice drive.
Yeah. That is a really nice drive, especially when you get up there into it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Just put out a new single, Sweet June Nectar, just last week. So that's out on the interwebs.
Yeah, I was going to say, so that's on Spotify.
Yep.
All that
Everywhere
good stuff.
where you can find music. So
cool. So with that, I'll give you our departing gifts here. Number one is a nice Pog.
Oh.
Straight out of the 90s.
Amazing.
For you.
I love it.
Right? It's a nice little peanut steam Pog.
Love it.
Thank you. Two Tony Productions pin.
Oh,
for
cool.
you, my friend.
This is so sweet.
Yeah, man.
I love it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
There we go.
Sweet.
Again, I appreciate you coming on the show, man. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you, Dan.
Thanks,
yeah,
chatting.
appreciate it.
Cool.
Yeah.
And thanks for watching out there, guys.
Look
We'll
at that
catch you next week.
Beautiful picture.
Heck yeah, man.
Bye.